Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again spoilercast series. This episode, we're talking about The Last Jedi.
Finally.
It was a while. It was a long time coming, but I think now I've seen it twice. Has everybody seen it? At least once, obviously.
I only saw it the one time.
One time. Adam, you too, one time?
Only once for me.
All right, so I saw it once in regular, then I just explained on the last podcast, I saw it again in IMAX 3D.
That seems low for you.
Yeah, it is low. Honestly, because here's the problem. I went to go see it, and then the next day I flew out and went on vacation. And
what a problem!
They don't have movie theaters on the island.
What a problem!
On the Caribbean island that I was on.
That's such a problem.
So,
you're saying we need to live there and start a movie theater?
I think so. Well, the hurricane had just hit, so they don't really have much of anything.
Jesus.
So,
hey, we'll make it a drive-in.
Yeah, I think movie theaters are very low on their list. I think clean running water and electricity comes first before.
Okay, fine. You're right. Then we'll do movies.
Okay,
we'll tackle that problem first.
Okay, so let's just get this out of the way because this is going to be easy. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs medium. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs way fucking up. It's a Star Wars movie. It's amazing. And then now before we gush about it, because that'll get boring real quick, let's talk about why people didn't like it. And the main reason I saw, and someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but the big problem people had with it was the way, and I'm putting this in air quotes, the way that Rian Johnson treated Luke Skywalker.
Ugh.
Air quotes, other people on Twitter, they ruined Luke Skywalker for me. They actually went back in time to episodes 4, 5, and 6. And they went inside the movie, and they murdered Luke Skywalker. That's what they did. They ruined him.
They ripped him right out. Unbelievable. People are ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And then Sean, you almost bit Mike D's head off. This was at the time when me and you had saw it, and we were having the Yankee swap down here.
Yeah.
And Adam hadn't seen it, so we were trying to keep things on the DL.
Yeah.
Mike D had the nerve to say it was too different.
Oh, my God.
When everybody was fucking crying wolf at Force Awakens saying it was too much the same.
Yup.
Can we not fall somewhere fucking in between everybody? Can we all get along?
So I saw a perfect quote once. It was like, if I'm just a neutral person telling the next director how to make the film, I'm gonna tell him make it just like the original trilogy, but not too much. Yeah. Use CGI, but not as much as the original trilogy or the prequels. Prequels. And he just goes on. It's like a paragraph. You can't make anybody happy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's like in order to be a Star Wars fan, you have to hate at least 3 movies.
Yeah.
If you happen to like Revenge of the Sith, then you hate Force Awakens. If you like Force Awakens, you hate
it has to be a constant.
It has to be 3 movies that you hate.
So what happens when only the original 3 were out? Do you just?
It was perfect. It was perfect. I don't know. Then it was you could only like Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
If you like Revenge of the Jedi or Return of the Jedi, it's because you were a child and you love the Ewoks. It's like people are ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, the Ewoks are so dumb. Like, no, they weren't.
That's not what the whole movie's not just about Ewoks, you idiots. So Luke living on this island. At the end of Force Awakens, we get this amazing cliffhanger where Rey is handing out her lightsaber to Luke. And in this one, don't necessarily pick off. We pick off with Poe. We'll get to in a second. We pick up with Poe. But when we go back to the island, when Finn wakes up and he's like, "Where's Rey?" First thing he says.
Yeah.
She hands him the lightsaber. His little metal hand gets it, and the CGI in that is so amazing,
really good,
so articulate. You can see the damage from when in Return of the Jedi, from the damage he receives on the hand, and probably some with when he battles Kylo Ren at his training facility. You know what I mean? And then he takes it and he tosses it over his shoulder, which sets the tone for the entire movie.
Yeah, that's like forget everything you thought.
Yep. And people were like, "I didn't like that." They were trying to be funny. I don't think that was trying to be a comedic moment.
Forget everything you thought you did.
Yeah.
It's not like he was. It's not like he couldn't get that back right away.
Right.
Like it wasn't like he was destroying a relic. He was just like
just toss it over his shoulder. He's sick of it, and he does a good thing.
He didn't want to be found. He was pissed.
He was very pissed. I love the scene where they show the X-wing in the water, and Rey looks at it and was like he's not here to be he's not here to be rescued.
Yeah.
Like, he's not.
Yeah,
He
he's
coulda
not
got
trying.
off.
He's not trying to go anywhere.
get
He's ready
off.
to
Like,
die here.
He put that X-wing in the ground in the water. He's not trying to be rescued here.
Yeah.
Like, this is where he wants to die. Like he said, this is
Yeah.
where he wants to die.
Yeah.
I thought the scenes with the Porgs. I think that they did the Porgs just right.
Porgs are
Yeah,
perfect.
me too.
I think they did the Porgs just right. I think they did. I liked that there was practical effects. I loved how they flew. Hilarious.
Yeah.
They were.
It was-
Their wings are
I
like this,
like
but they
Luke's
flew.
two little maids.
What? Oh,
I like
the
Luke's two
caretakers.
little maids.
The caretakers.
Oh, yeah.
When she
Hilarious.
cuts the rock in half and it rolls down the hill and it takes out their cart,
Yeah.
that was like a legitimate laugh out loud funny moment.
It was.
Oh, yeah,
for
that was
me,
hilarious.
For me, it was the funniest Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely.
Without even
Yeah,
thinking about it,
definitely.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the funniest Star Wars.
I mean, you open up with. All right, so let's backtrack. Let's leave Luke for a little bit. You open up. Poe Dameron is in his X-wing, his badass black X-wing.
Yep.
He flies in front of the what is the
Dreadnought.
What a badass Star Wars ship, the
Yeah.
Dreadnought. Okay, he flies in front of it. He's stalling and he's talking to General Hux, who shines in this movie. General
Yeah.
Hux for me,
He's an awesome henchman.
he's so good. And when he's doing the whole thing, he's like on hold. I'm holding
Yeah.
for General Hux, pasty guy. you know,
Again, funny, but like also like he knows he's cocky and like he's gonna get under his skin.
it plays in his character so well.
Yeah.
It's not something out of the realm of what Poe Dameron would do. Like,
Right.
this is what he was
or
doing.
like,
He was
and if you think that's like not too much like original trilogy, like you can't see Han Solo doing that.
it's absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
oh, it kills Star Wars. Like what? Han Solo would have done that.
Yeah. I thought that the scene of him punching it, like when the ship like has that like little rumble before it fucking like takes off.
Oh,
towards
yeah,
the-
yeah.
And he's like they're like looking back at it, and like you could just see this tiny little ship flying into the Dreadnought. That was so cool, and he's like flying and twisting and turning and firing
like,
and destroying all the
yeah.
cannons. Oh, so that scene was amazing. And then of course you have like the heroics of the bomb
Heart-wrenching scene of
squad
the- yeah.
and Rose, a new character, her sister Paige.
Yep.
That
I
was awesome.
I liked Rose. I've heard a lot of mixed reactions about Rose. I liked her. I thought she was a good character to add.
I was actually kind of bummed they were sisters.
Why?
I kind of thought they were just gonna be partners, like lovers.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually,
I was like
That's a
kind of
good
bummed.
point.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's a
that's
good
her
point.
sister. I mean, that's fine. That's her sister. I kind of just thought they were gonna be lovers though.
Hey, G-Mac, listen to this. I love Rose. Love Rose.
G-Mac is shaking his head.
Rose, G-Mac couldn't be more anti-Rose if he tried. What? Rose does not stink. You stink. You stink.
I liked Rose.
I love Rose.
Thought she was a good addition.
Oh, she was great.
Needed something
I
to
think-
push Finn's storyline along.
Yeah. Yeah. Which,
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you guys feel like they dialed Finn back in this one?
yeah, I think they did. And I think they were trying to, for some reason, my thoughts, I think they were trying to pull him away from Rey. And trying to have like
Yeah.
Rey like more like break off.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And I also think they had way too many constraints with how they ended the last movie. Like
Right.
J.J. Abrams directed,
Yes.
literally like cliffhanger of handing him the lightsaber.
Yep.
Everybody was speculating what happens next.
Yeah.
So obviously they start that way. But what that does is it gives you no time movement.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
since
It gives you no-
these
yeah,
last two
yeah.
movies are like within 2 weeks of each other.
Yeah.
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 Like there's been no time. Like Rey just figured out she has force, but like you know what I mean. So it
Yeah.
kind of sabotaged the way, unless it just be like, and like what was Ryan Johnson gonna do? Like just cut to 5 years later and he's been training her.
Yeah, no, you can't do
Boring.
that. Especially the way
It's
he wrote
happened
Luke.
before. Exactly.
Especially the way you wrote Luke, you can't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like he had to pick it up right where it left off, and then then what do you do with Finn who's injured?
Yeah.
Well, he has to wake up and he has to be separated from
Right,
Rey, and he
yeah.
has to do his own thing.
Yeah.
So I think that there was a lot of things that came from had to happen because of the way the first movie ended.
Yep. What did you guys? Speaking of new characters, speaking of Rose, right? What did you guys think of Vice Admiral Holdo?
She
Played-
was fine. I've actually read a lot of Reddit pages on that whole thing because everybody's like pissed about her and what
Yeah.
she did, and people have figured out ways to excuse what she did. Like she, they tracked her through space, or whatever,
Yeah.
but she felt like maybe there was somebody who was like a double agent
Right.
aboard, so she doesn't want to give away. But then again, Poe is, Leia's like next, well, not next,
Right hand,
obviously,
yeah.
it's Holdo, but why wouldn't she?
Well, only
trust
because he
her?
was demoted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't she trust him? But I don't know. It's been
I gotta-
explained away.
I gotta be honest with you. The first time we saw it, and then I went online and I started reading all these things. And Adam, I don't know if you saw this, but when I was reading all these things about how people thought that she might, like, they were trying to play into like how she might be bad, like be a villain.
Oh, like sabotage.
I didn't get that at all the first time. When I went back and watched it the second time, you gotta watch it the second time and listen to the score when she's on scene.
Oh yeah.
It's very telling. Like, they really try and make you think that like something shady going on with her.
Oh really?
It was weird because I looked for it and I was like, they played very dark and ominous music, and John Williams plays everybody's theme, so like
It's supposed, yeah, and it's supposed
you
to
can
be
close
kind
your
of
eyes and know if they're a good or bad guy.
right. And it's supposed to be kind of an ominous moment, right? Like uncertainty. Are they going to live? So.
Yeah, sure. And
Right.
I
And
guess
that-
maybe I was just really looking
No,
for something.
but you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. That's a really she's tied into that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, and people apparently there's a book that she's in. There's a Star Wars book that's a very well-known Star Wars book that people like. This is like a fan favorite character, and people were like excited to see her in this movie, even though like she kind of like just appeared out of nowhere and like was like, you know.
Well, she's the most badass move of all time.
Absolutely, and one of the most badass scenes in any Star Wars movies. I would put that at number one.
Came just short of falling off my chair
It
because I
was
leaned forward.
it was
so
unreal.
fast.
You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, when she goes to hyperspace through the other ship.
Yeah, unreal.
And
Snoke ship.
And I always wondered that. How do they not hit anything? Like, how do they not ever collide with anything?
Yeah.
And when she's about to do it, there's a little alarm going off.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, because if they...
You're gonna hit something.
Yeah. I
Yep.
love that.
Yep.
It kind of just explained the way, like, if they were going to go into hyperspace, it would tell them they're going to hit something. Like, it knows
Yeah, where
where objects are or whatever. I love that.
That
oh,
was,
my God.
It was unreal.
And then, like, for whatever reason, Star Wars decided to play along with physics and have no sound.
Yeah.
But it had such a big moment because
Yeah.
there's always sound.
I
I really
I
like.
want to talk. Matt,
ahead.
Matt and I talked about this like right after I saw it, but how awesome was Kylo Ren in this whole movie? His character arc has been so fucking good through these two movies. And Adam Driver, like he looks like he's being torn apart inside.
Yeah.
He plays this character so well. And I've heard people complain that he's whiny and this and that. Like, yeah, he's supposed to be. In the first movie, he's exactly what Snoke says he is. He's a boy playing Darth Vader with the mask on.
Yeah.
But now, like at the end of this movie, in episode 9, we're gonna get what Kylo Ren was always meant to be, and not some Darth Vader knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
I need a supercut of Kylo Ren just yelling.
Yeah.
He's so menacing when he screams. It's like
Yeah.
it's like he's so unstable, but he's just screaming.
He's like his lightsaber.
Yeah,
It's
yes,
like a shrilling
yes,
scream.
Yes, that's awesome. That's such a good analogy. That's awesome. He is my favorite Star Wars character.
He's really cool.
Not in the new movies. He's my favorite Star Wars character.
The twist in this
time.
movie was amazing. Like the
The Luke twist.
No, the Kylo Ren twist.
Oh yeah,
Like
literally.
okay, I kind of thought like he wasn't gonna let Ray was gonna get out of that.
Yeah.
Like I kind of thought that was gonna happen. Not that I never really find myself guessing in Star Wars movies. I'm just along for the ride.
Yep.
But I was like, Ray's not gonna die here. That'd be weird.
No.
And to watch him kill Snoke, okay, all Sith underlings kill their masters or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that literally always happens.
Yep.
But then to turn around and be like, and
Join me.
it's kind of Darth Vader-esque, like join me and together we can rule the galaxy or whatever.
yeah.
But like for him to just say like,
I love
them
the
all.
let
like
the past
let's just
die.
restart.
Let the past
Let
die.
the past
Yeah.
die, which is like kind of Kylo Ren talking to Star Wars fans.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time to let it all
Huge
go.
commentary on
Time to let
yeah.
it all go.
Let's back up. So I'm glad we're talking about this. Let's back up to when Rey and Kylo first interact in this movie, and a lot of other times in this movie when they have those scenes where they are interacting with each other, but they're not in the same place. I thought that was so well done and so unique and so
Great
cool.
plot device.
And they immediately set the groundwork for it. The first time they meet, they're talking and she's frantic and he's calm and he's like, "Oh, this is interesting. I can't see your surroundings. Can you see mine?" And like you can tell like they can just see each other, but they can't see anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool to find out that was Snoke doing that shit.
Now,
Yeah.
here's an interesting thought. I have this down in my notes.
Oh.
So Snoke was doing it, right? But it happens again at the end of the movie after Snoke's dead.
It does.
It does. When she's about to leave the planet, Crate, right? Or is it when she's on the ship already? It happens again at the end after Snoke's already dead. And they see each other, and then she walks onto the Falcon and takes off.
Maybe Snoke opened a bridge, and like they're forever.
Yeah. Or maybe now that they're just like, now that he's dead, like maybe they're just like, because it's, and again in this, like I loved it. It's like the darkness, a powerful darkness, and the light to meet it.
Yeah.
It's like as they grow, I think they're gonna grow together and like side by side and always be equals in the Force. And then I loved the scenes with Luke Skywalker talking about the Jedi and how the Jedi needs to end. But one of the things that really rang true to me, and I always like because the prequels kind of like made this muddied the water on Jedi and who can be a Jedi and what is a Jedi.
Yeah.
In the Force. I thought Luke like said like it's vanity for the Jedi to think that the Force belongs to them.
Yeah.
It's not. The Force is what connects everything and every living thing and what surrounds us all. And anybody can tap into it if you only would breathe and reach out. Right?
Yeah.
And I love that. And then it also plays into how whether or not you think it's true or not, you find out that Rey's parents were nobody. They're nobody.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, me too. I don't think there's any reason to touch on that again. It's over. She knew. She said it first.
Yeah.
They were nobody. And he goes, filthy traitors. Like they're in a pauper's.
I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
they're in a pauper's grave somewhere on Jakku, right? It's like whatever. They're nobodies. I thought that was awesome. That was great. What'd you guys think of
I saw some things online, like, and this plays. I think this will also becomes a larger conversation of why so many people didn't like it. Is people setting expectation, like unrealistic expectations, or building up these fan theories to be so ridiculous, or building them up to the point where some people think they're true, and when it doesn't happen, it's a disappointment. Like Rey's family, like who are Rey's parents? Is Finn a Jedi? I'm a main perpetrator of that, but just other questions like that. And another one that I saw come out of this movie was, is Snoke still alive? There's no reason to think Snoke is still alive. Why the fuck would he still be alive? He got cut in half. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
No. That would suck.
Fun fact about Snoke. He's wearing a black ring. It's a ring with this big black stone sticking out of it. Did you guys happen to read anything online about that?
No.
So that is a piece of Darth Vader's hideout on the planet from Rogue One.
Oh, really?
Yep. He's like a follower of like Darth Vader's teachings, and like that's like one of his like backstory pieces.
Oh, I see.
Yep. A couple last things so we can wrap this up and maybe we can talk about it in another episode or whatever. What'd you guys think about Puppet Yoda? Number one.
I hate everybody who hated
God.
that.
It's so ridiculous.
I can't believe anybody hated that scene.
Puppet Yoda was the fucking best.
I never heard anybody say.
I jumped out of my seat. I had no idea that.
When I saw his little hairs on the top of his head, I was like, "That's a puppet! It's Puppet Yoda.
Yeah,
He's back."
Yeah.
Amazing.
I got when I saw Yoda, I got the same feeling I got when The Rock came back from Raw. And
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. That whole scene with him in the tree, and Yoda knows the books are already gone, and he fucking lights the tree on fire.
His little wordplay.
What does he say?
There's nothing in that tree that Rey doesn't already possess.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And then he's talking about
he's fucking with Luke.
The Jedi sacred text. Page turners were there.
Oh, page turners were there.
Yeah.
Oh, you read them, did you?
Page turners.
Page turners. They were there.
Yeah.
They were.
But I thought that was great. And then he talked about he had a great line, a lot of great like dialogue pieces in this movie. The dialogue with Yoda and Luke. He's like, what does he say? The burden of all masters is for
the failure. And they must always teach the failure.
Right. I thought that was awesome. However that was worded, it was great. Yoda said it better than I did. Yeah. And then here we go. One of the last scenes of the movie, Luke shows up on Crate, which I thought that the visuals of Crate and like really the design of how they did that with the salt over the red,
really unique, really cool,
very very unique. So Luke shows up. He reaches out for Leia's hand, and he places the dice from Han's ship in Leia's hands. There's a really interesting moment right there where, and I want to see if you guys notice this, when he hands her the dice. There's as soon as he touches her hand, there's this like look on Leia's face, and then he removes his hand and the dice are there, but which is made to think that like she's taken aback by the dice landing in her hand. But in reality, I think she knows that Luke's not there. Like this is not.
Yeah,
he's projecting
definitely.
himself, which is something I caught the second time around. But I
cool.
thought that was really.
Did you catch the footprints?
No, I didn't catch the footprints. There was no footprints.
Yeah,
I didn't look at that. That whole
I caught the footprints the first time around. I just thought it was like saying how much more advanced of a fighter Luke was than Kylo. That's the way I took it when I saw the scene. Yeah,
light on his feet.
Yeah.
And like that whole last scene I thought was fantastic with him and Kylo. I thought that like I don't know, I just really enjoyed the thing, and he gave himself to the Force, right?
He gave himself to the Force, but he wouldn't allow Kylo to fall deeper by killing him.
Right.
He didn't actually sacrifice himself to Kylo. He
Yes.
would have just fallen deeper into the Force, and he didn't allow it. He said, "See you around, kid."
Yeah. Yep. Did you how did the when after Kylo launched every missile that the First Order had, which was an amazing scene, every gun pointed at Luke, and he does the little dirt off his shoulder thing, a little brush off. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. He's poking the bear.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing too. People are like, "Oh, it's so stupid. Like it was supposed to be like a comedy moment." It's like he's trying to he wants Kylo Ren to come down and fight him. Like that's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
and it's Star Wars. It's supposed to have a handful of cheesy moments.
Like we forget it wasn't this like campy, space fairy tale.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I can't wait for it to come on Blu-ray so I can wear that shit out. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that.
Actually, I need to borrow your Force Awakens so my parents can watch it.
And I mean, we already talked about it a little bit, but the scene in Snoke's chambers after Kylo kills Snoke and they fight. This is the closest thing we get to a lightsaber battle in this movie, which is the first Star Wars movie that there's not one.
Would you count Rogue One?
Yeah, none in Rogue One either, right?
Well, it's just the only lightsaber you repair is
Darth
Vader's
Vader.
at the end.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess in the
like a
regular,
lightsaber to lightsaber. Yeah.
There was a lightsaber battle in The Force Awakens.
No, that's what I'm saying. We said the
only
Last
one.
Jedi is the only one without one, like an actual like saber to saber battle besides Rogue One. But that whole scene was
Really cool.
it was brilliant, and they like Ryan Johnson channeled Kurosawa with the and I don't know what the weapons are called, but he used it in this kung fu movie that Mitch really likes.
Yeah.
There's this weapon where they do the whip, and then he does the and I'm doing a motion that none of you can see. But
He's
it's
like wrapping electrical cable around
he
his-
wraps it around his arm to pull, like it's wrapped around the saber, and he's pulling Rey in closer, and it was a first done in a Kurosawa ninja. I don't know what the name of the movie is. It's a kung fu movie.
Yeah, it's a classic movie.
Yeah,
Kurosawa,
and that was one of the first times that it was seen, and it was like so perfect, like for that scene, like what those people were like those guards. That
I loved
guarded
how they
Snoke.
could stack up to Kylo.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I got tons of other shit to say, but I mean, we'd be here for an hour and a half.
Yep.
Do you guys have anything else you want to add before we end this?
Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai.
That's what it was. No, I'm good.
Okay. Wait.
Adam, you
how
good?
many people were in that chamber? How many of his guards were there?
I thought there was like 8.
Okay.
Why?
Maybe seven samurai. I don't know.
Huh?
There was like something to that, like seven.
Oh.
That would have been cool if there were 7.
Sean, look that up. Look that up. Seven samurai. That was cool. I'm trying to think of other like little fun things that I found that I read online. I mean, the ring, Snoke's ring was a cool little one, like paying homage to Vader. And I'm just excited for the future now. I'm excited for Kylo as in charge of the First Order, or maybe it's not even the First Order anymore. Maybe it's something different. Like he's in charge now. He's in charge, and I got a feeling Hux is gonna meet his demise after he like
Hux had a couple of close calls this one.
yeah, when Snoke drags him across the ground in the opening scene, it was it's hilarious. Did you
You're gonna have to watch it and count.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back. We'll have to go back and watch it. We'll report back on that. But anyway, that was the Last Jedi spoiler cast. All thumbs up all around here. No complaints here. And you know what? I think we're better for it. We have another Star Wars movie we can enjoy.
I agree.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. And everybody, go out and watch The Last Jedi. If you just listened to this whole thing and it was all spoiled for you, go see it yourself.
Make your own opinion.
Yes.